Good morning. Welcome back to the Ornery Latina, where I am feeling especially pissed off today. We have the roofers back, and they're going to be hammering and jackhammering through our studio in a minute. I got a paper. Remember how I told you I have a neighbor down below that is a socialist? Well, I thought about just stealing one of his, but Will didn't want to do my dirty work for me, so I made him buy this. He protested. He said I was being, how do you say it, very demanding and very, what was the word, Will?
Over the top.
Over the top. Because I needed a prop, okay? And so I said, you know, I was doing his laundry for him in exchange. And I said, I think it's over the top that...
But he's a socialist. He should share his paper.
Right. But I think it's over the top that Will wanted me to separate his colors from his whites. I think that's racist of you, Will. It's very racist.
I know.
And speaking of racism, it's very racist of people to protest against the liberals. Very racist. We can't have that. And of course they made a big spread over somebody getting run over or whatever, and they're calling this man a racist. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I don't know the story. I don't know what really went on. But what caught my attention here was at the bottom of the page, we got little Marco Rubio, little Senator Marco Rubio, little Napoleon, right? He has, or Caesar. Who's the guy that's Spanish that has that small man's complex?
Napoleon, Caesar.
Okay, well, the Spanish guy, Caesar, is he Spanish?
Roman.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, because like we're not here to report the facts, like the fake news. Okay, so we got the Tampa Bay. What is it? The Times or whatever?
Yeah, they printed out the front.
Yeah, the Tampa the Tampa Bay Times. Can you believe I'm holding this rag? And I don't know what I'm going to do with it afterwards because I don't have a bird to shit all over it. So maybe I'll give it to my socialist neighbor. Okay, so anyway, the bottom of the paper says memo tracks possible Rubio death threat. Okay, so it's a possible. It's not even a true. But you're going to plaster some guy from Venezuela's his face on there because Marco has an enemy. I'm sure he's got quite a few of them because he's kind of a pendejo. Did I say that right, Will? Okay, pendejo. Word of the day, guys, it's pendejo. Just learn it. It means fool. My aunt explained it because for Puerto Ricans it can mean a couple different things. She says it means the little like hair on somebody's ass. Anyway, I'm just really shocked, I guess, because you know they are blowing this up about this like hit on Marco Rubio's life. Maybe they didn't like the fact that maybe he was short. He what? He has a big mouth or little hands. Bill is doing sign language behind the camera. He's coaching me here. Anyway, Marco is too much of a liberal. Is that what it is? Maybe he wasn't liberal enough for this Venezuelan guy. Maybe because he's Hispanic, he's supposed to be liberal, right? God, what kind of Hispanic is he? Is that being a racist, man? If you're not to the left side and you're Hispanic, then you're a racist? Is that what this is all about? Because you know what? I think it's really racist for people of any color, black, white, purple, pink, to being for illegal immigration and saying that if you're not for the rule of law or you're against the rules that you're a racist. So anyway, Marco Rubio, he kind of flip-flops on the issues. I mean, do you think that's why they put a death threat against him? Maybe because he's a flip-flopper? God, Benedict Marco. Is that what he is? Is he Benedict? This guy just has this look on his face like... Anyway, but Marco, he looks so stressed out. You know what? I think senators probably have thousands of death threats and hate mail, don't they? I mean, you know, especially against liberals, if you're a Republican, you're going to have a lot of death threats. But those don't get recorded because really that's part of their agenda. They're allowed to threaten us, but we can't fight back. we have to go, ah! But anyway, I thought I would get the news. Okay, so now we have something in Pinellas County. School ramps up bus effort, okay? And they have this woman from Hernando County for more than 30 years, and a bill reform to do something. I guess there's a senator involved in this to craft the bill. So, I don't know. Oh, email reveals true stance. What? He sends a Republican senator, sends his email back to a constituent. Anyway, and so he's on the news from the Tampa Bay Times is basically putting him out there. And I haven't even read this, but they're vamping up the bus efforts, you know. So of course it's all about the driver's shortage and that kind of thing. Well, the unions have spent all the money on their PERS package, so of course we don't have any money for buses or anything of that sort. So it's no illegal Hispanic left behind. Maybe if we stopped teaching Spanish to all the illegal immigrants, we'd have some money for the bus rides. You know, what do you think? Or maybe if we stopped busing all the illegal aliens to the committee hearings like they did in Oregon, we would actually have money to fund these special need kids, you know, that were left behind and under IDEA back in that state. I mean, actually the buses were used in Salem, Oregon at one point to bus the illegal aliens so they could protest the Real ID against us, because they wanted to get driver's license, but they wanted us to be checked out, but they wanted to get their licenses because they wanted to come in here on a temporary work visa and not have to show who they are or anything like that. They could have been a terrorist. So the whole idea of Real ID is to keep the illegals from driving, but we still figured out finagled a loophole for them to drive while we were being policed. But long story short, this kind of shit, the only thing I really like about the Tampa Bay Times is they do have a sports section. I don't think it's liberal. I just think that's the basic news. Although, man, they might have just way too many black people, like talking about the black people. Where are the white athletes? I mean, I'm gonna scream racism. There's not enough white ratio people, or just white people aren't good at bouncing basketballs. Is that true? Or hitting baseballs or doing any of that shit? So, you know, God, you guys, so racist. Anyway, now we got to the pets. We have a couple of white ones, not a black one on there. God, Tampa Bay, you're being so racist. Anyway, racist. Okay, what else? Gosh, we have the Tampa Bay professionals, and I don't see anybody of any diversity on there. You know, what is wrong with you people? Like, really? Like, where's the Ornery Latina with her bumped up hair? I mean, well, maybe this Thompson girl might have a little Hispanic. She does have brown hair. Anyway, I just wanted to go through the news with you. Well, Marco Rubio made headlines once again for a possible death threat. And that's big news. It was in the Miami whatever. I don't even know the name of their paper. I don't read the paper, you guys. I really don't. I'm just here to report the news. And so, anyway, I wanted to give it a nice conservative twist because, you know, us Latinos are supposed to be Democrats. We're not supposed to be conservatives. We're supposed to do things illegally, get food stamps, and milk the government system because that's just the Hispanic way, isn't it, guys? Have a great day. Wink, wink.